talk about things I wish I knew before walking into the product manager role. In a new product manager role, it's like walking in a desert with a jacket on. Imagine what's going to happen. Here are a few of my tips to help you save that pain. Number one, work never ends. Imagine that you've had a launch and there's all victory and there's cheers and everything is great, but then now you need to keep track of production issues. You also need to keep track of what your feedback is coming from the users. This will help you plan your next move, plan where you want to pivot, or maybe you don't want to pivot, where you want to take your roadmap. This is the most precious jewel that you will get back from the users. So keep your eyes and ears open after a launch. Second, you have no authority. If you think you can lead and be all happy and boss around people, this field is not for you. Basically, you need to really build those relationships. You are leading from the back, so you need to understand who needs what in your team. You need to learn to communicate with the right people in the right way, with the right jargon. So basically, you have no authority. Understand that. Accept that. The faster you accept, the quicker you will get in the game of product management in a victorious way. So good luck. You don't have authority in the previous one, but here what I'm telling you is you need to lead by example. You cannot, boss around people, but you can lead by example. How do you conduct your meetings? Do you come on time with meetings? Are your feature ideas pretty clear? Are you giving time to answer the right questions for the UX designers? Are you looking at the bugs in the right way from the QA? How are you approaching the problems? So these things are really important. So you need to lead by example, okay? And then the fourth point is that communication skills. It's so critical to have good communication skills. Main job actually revolves around communication. You need to talk to stakeholders, legal people, UX designers, developers, QA, many people, and sometimes in user research be part of interacting with the user. So everybody has a different jargon. Everybody understands a different kind of language. So you need to adapt. The faster you adapt to them, the easier it will be to get the information. So communication skills, really important, okay? The next tip is, do you need to learn coding? It's great to know it, but it's not a requirement. You don't need to know how to code to be a product manager. Not at all, okay? But yes, you need to understand their jargons. If you enter a room, it's full of developers and architects, they're not going to start explaining you minor things, but they're discussing about your product. So you have to have a basic understanding of what a release cycle means, or what architecture, high-level design your product has. But yes, you don't need to code. Be curious, ask great questions, learn, but don't, beat yourself up if you're not a coder, okay? Next is that data. It's really important. It's like gold mine, I would say. Do you remember when, we were kids, we used to see this Donald Duck, Uncle Scrooge thing where he used to jump in the gold coins and swim around? Data is that today, literally. So gather as much data you can about your users. Do as much user research you can do. This is before. After the release, after the launch, understand what they liked, what they didn't like. Provide places for them to give you feedback. Look at the analytics. Don't keep yourself away from the data because you're oh, I'm the PM, I just give the feature and it's developed. Yes, but then what does the analytics say? What do your graphs talk about? What do your research, is your research matching with, the results of your data? Are you maybe even doing A/B testing? So these things are really important. So learn as much you can about data and utilize it to really help you be a great PM, okay? Good luck, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments. I'm always happy to answer your questions. Thank you so much.